AI can write your plans. AI might even take your job, but it can't take what it can't replicate, and that is human understanding. If you coach clients but don't implement psychology into your service, you're leaving the most valuable skill on the table. And I'm not saying that to scare you, I'm saying it because I've lived it. I've worked with thousands of people over the last 5 years, and I can tell you firsthand the thing that holds most people back isn't knowledge, it's their mindset and it's how they think. So, by the end of this episode, you will know exactly how to integrate psychology across your entire coaching business, from your marketing to your sales processes to your client delivery system, so you can build trust, client retention, and a personal brand that's AI proof from this day on. So, let's get into it. Welcome to Build Different, the podcast where I teach coaches, creators, and entrepreneurs how to optimize mental performance, think strategically, and execute with precision. Most people think their value lies in what they know or what they do, but in 2025, information is free. It's at the click of a button with ChatGPT, YouTube, and the latest AI models. Plans are automated, execution is now being outsourced. So if all you are offering is what you know, then you've already lost, because the real value now is how deeply you understand people and how well you can lead them through change. That's exactly what we build here, one identity shift and one high performance system at a time. I'm Joe Cross, a mindset and performance coach, the founder of Excel Coaching and the Coach Creator, and this is Built Different. I'm going to speak from a fitness perspective in this episode because that is my background, but also because it's universal. Everyone understands the basic concepts of fitness coaching. So I used to think client retention came down to just giving the best plan, the most detailed check-in form or feedback, the cleanest macro setup, the most optimized training split, whatever it may be. And honestly, that used to work when I first started. But times have changed entirely over the last 5 years, not just in fitness, but across every industry. With the rise of technology and AI automation, I had to zoom out. I sat down and asked myself, where have I created the most successful results? Which clients had the biggest transformations? Which transformations also made me feel the most fulfilled? And it wasn't ever the ones with any special plans. It was the ones I built a real working relationship with, the ones who felt understood. And that got me thinking, even back to my old career as a quantity surveyor, which feels like a lifetime ago, because the pattern was the same there too. The most successful people weren't always technically the best. They were the ones who could build trust, the ones who led with people skills, the ones who made clients feel understood. And that's when it clicked for me. It's not just about giving someone a great plan. It's about understanding how their mind operates and works so you can teach them to execute it. Because the more connected someone feels, the more they're going to believe the process. And the more they believe the process, the more they follow through. Just think about your different client mindsets for 1 second. You've got the all or nothing thinker who throws away the whole week because they had one off-plan meal. You've got the self-sabotager who makes progress, gets in their own head, then ghosts you and cancels a direct debit with no explanation at all. The overconfident person who challenges your plan every single week like they know better and forget they employed you for a reason in the first place. One thing stands out, you can't treat them all the same way. You have to understand how they think so you can lead and communicate with them better and make changes on an individual basis, because the result you give them isn't just physical. When you shift someone's mindset, habits, identity, and the confidence, you don't just change their life, you build a client for life. And this is why psychology isn't just a skill, it's a business strategy. It's your path to real career fulfillment. And it's how you future-proof against AI in everything you do from this point on. Section 1. AI can't replace what it can't replicate. And that's human connection. And nowhere is this more prevalent than in the fitness coaching industry itself, because here's what most coaches forget. The body just doesn't respond to training and nutrition. It responds to the state of the mind. I can't tell you how many people try to dumb this down with just calories in, calories out, bro. Just get in a deficit, mate. All of this stuff. Completely missing the point. Because when you ignore the brain-body connection, you ignore the real reasons clients aren't getting results. It's simple. The body follows the mind. When a client is stressed, anxious, or emotionally tapping out, their entire system shifts into survival mode. You have cortisol that spikes, recovery then tanks, sleep quality drops, fat oxidation stalls, Adrenaline converts glycogen to glucose, blood glucose levels rise, and their ability to stay consistent, well, that's gone, right alongside their mental willpower. So it doesn't matter how perfect your plan is. If their nervous system is just fried, their body won't respond. And that's the part that AI will never understand. Why they're stressed, what beliefs are holding them back, what they've been through in the past, and how it's influencing their confidence, their self-image, and their decision-making. That's where you come in as a coach, because when you understand their emotional state and you know how to guide them through it, that's when you become irreplaceable. So if you want to consistently being the word, deliver results, you need to understand the person, not just the process, because the future of the coaching industry will belong to those who can connect. Section 2, trust is the new algorithm and connection is the only way to earn it. So let's talk about empathy first, and not the soft, airy, fairy kind either. I'm talking about real empathy, the kind that adapts and reads between the lines of someone's mind, the kind that wins trust in a world that's skeptical of everything and everyone. And having that adaptability, it has to start from the very first touch point with a client. From the moment someone sees your content, to when they apply, to when you speak to them for the first time on a call, to the questions that you then ask in onboarding, because before you ever deliver the plan, they're already asking one thing. Does this person actually understand me? Do they get my struggles? And that's why personal branding matters more than ever before. I want you to think of personal brand like a mirror. It reflects the type of person you're here to serve, your energy, your values, your standards, and your story. And the stronger that mirror is, the faster someone will say, I trust this, I trust that guy. Because let's be real, trust is getting harder and harder to earn. We're living in an age of such high skepticism. Everyone's heard of someone being burned by a bad coach. Everyone's seen the hype and then heard the horror stories that then follow. So if you want people to listen to you and take on board what you were saying, it starts with what you put out. But it only works if it is backed up by how you show up yourself. And in 2025, trust isn't just a nice to have. I believe it's a prerequisite to being successful. But even after you've gained trust, you still have to adapt, because one size fits all is not coaching. It's the fastest way to lose clients and lose people. If you want retention, referrals, and real client loyalty over the long term, you need to understand what actually makes your clients tick. Do they just want to look better? Do they want to be a better role model for the kids? Do they want to attract a partner? Do they want to prove something to themselves? Until you understand what's really driving them, their intrinsic factors, you'll struggle to really create true connection, because at the core, coaching comes down to communication. Some clients need motivation, some need a boatload of empathy and support, some just want to hear it completely straight. But your job is to find out which one of those is correct and to adapt when they need something different. Because real coaching is about learning to speak in their language. And when you understand someone's reason, what they care about, what drives them, what they've failed at before, what's still limiting them, you can lead better, you can coach better, and you will create a better buy-in, because they suddenly feel like this coach, this guy, this girl actually gets me. And when someone feels understood, they listen, they buy into the process, and they get elite results. There's no such thing as a one size fits all. But psychology helps you build that skill set to find the size that does fit all. And the few coaches who truly understand that, they won't just stay in the game, they're going to lead the way. Section 3. Most coaches don't burn out from hard work. They burn out from a level of disconnection. Let's be real. Coaching is a selfless job. We put the focus on our clients. We always want to help. We want to see other people win. That's what we signed up for. And if you got into this for the right reasons, to educate, to inspire, to change people's lives, then you know what I mean when I say this. Fulfillment is everything. And I cannot stress that enough. That fulfillment that we are all chasing, it's amplified 100 times over when you truly understand your client's mindset. When you personally invest in their progress, when half the time you want the result more than they do themselves, that's when coaching becomes a passion and not just a job. Because when you build real connection, not only does your revenue go up, not only does your referral scheme go up, but you wake up with purpose, because every client will then bring that energy back in return. So you actually enjoy the check-ins, you take pride in everyone's growth, you care in a way that, let's be real, AI never could. We got into this to do something that matters, to feel like what we do has a real impact. But that only happens when the work feels personal. And psychology is what makes it feel personal. It's not just how you change lives, it's how you actually start to love your job all over again. And for me, that's the most important thing. We did this for fulfillment. So let's bring this all together, because the most important part of all this is knowing how to actually integrate psychology into your business. So you're not just delivering plans that lack emotional depth, you're also attracting clients who align with who you are. That's how you build long-term results. That's how you increase your own fulfillment too. And that's how you grow your revenue in a way that actually feels right and sustainable. So here's a 4-step framework that you can use today. Step 1, audit your marketing systems. Ask yourself, are you talking more than just fat loss and step counts? Have you shown how you've guided people emotionally, not just physically? Most coaches market surface level solutions that everyone else does. You want to become known for deeper levels of transformation. Step 2, integrate psychology into sales. Do you ask mindset-driven questions on your calls? Do you understand their real motivation, not just to get in shape for holiday? Because if you're only qualifying people based on goals and calories, you're missing the beliefs behind the behavior, and that's a huge error. Step 3, upgrade your delivery. Add psychology-driven questions to your onboarding. Adjust your check-ins to prompt emotional honesty. That will allow you to build real connection into your feedback, not just a data review. This is where retention is won, and I promise you that. It's not just the tools you use, it's how personally you use them. And step 4, make sure you reflect weekly. Just ask yourself, am I coaching people, or am I just managing training and diet plans? Because remember, you're not here to automate, you're here to future-proof against AI and become irreplaceable. And this is exactly how we do it. And for those of you listening who are a coach and want to dive deeper into client psychology, I'll drop a link below to a private, unlisted YouTube video directly from inside my course. It breaks down the different client mindsets you'll see in real life in real time and the exact frameworks I use to manage them. Practical, real-world psychology that you can start applying immediately. Just check it out in the description below. And just to be clear, I'm not saying you need to become a mindset coach, far from it. But if you don't embrace this shift that I'm telling you now, you will get left behind by AI, because the future belongs to those who can't be replicated. This is exactly why I now mentor coaches in identity, psychology, and performance, so they can put it into their practice in themselves. Because it's not just the most impactful work in the industry in my eyes, to me, it's the most fulfilling too. So ask yourself this one question. Who were your most meaningful client success stories over your years of coaching? And I can bet you one thing, they didn't just come from a physical transformation. They changed mentally too. They became a new version of themselves, and you were part of that. And if you only remember one thing from this entire video, then let it be this. Your story is your strength. It's how you connect. It's how you lead. It's what makes you irreplaceable in terms of personal brand. So if you're ready to build a business around clarity, connection, and performance, the Built Different mentorship was built for you. If you rewire your mind, you redefine your future, because you are built different.